first page, of the 2.9. The one that was at our place when we got here. Right at the bottom, canoe launch engineering for bar engineering. They send them a thank you note. Or just express our thanks for
being so
canoe
low.
launch engineering.
I've told them that number should be 0, because we're not doing any work until the county delineates the wetlands over there.
Even so, that's a lot less than their estimate.
Yeah, their costs will go up if the project goes forward.
And who's in charge of whether or not they can cut some more trees down and get rid of those?
No one is, I don't, the DNR has said that they don't have any issue with the trees. Their issue is that there may be wetlands in the area where we're planning to build a canoe launch. And if there are wetlands there, then they would have to pay, we would have to pay someone to delineate them, determine how many we're impacting, and then buy wetland credits somewhere else in the state. That's how it works. So you fill in a wetland here,
And you create a new one.
and you create one up somewhere else. Yep, it's a 2-for-1 generally.
So every acre, you have to do 2 acres worth of wetland restoration.
There isn't any wetlands down there, it's just
It's
soggy.
by the river.
They determine it by the type of soil and the vegetation growing in the soil.
So water stands there for X amount of time, it's a wetland.
Our guys think Bar thinks that there's probably gonna be some that'll be impacted. So then they'll ask the question, is it, what quality is it? It's obviously low quality. So there's still a little horse trading that can be done.
Putting some drainage, just slope it away and back into the river.
Well, that works fine for the canoe launch, but according to their rules, we still have to replace that. So I've dealt with that, farmers have dealt with that out west. Sometimes better than duck's land.
So that means that project
Is on hold.
on hold.
Yes.
They won't do then anything but that until spring and after the snow melts and
Correct,
ground frosts out, the ground dries.
correct. They'll get in there as soon as they can to take a look at it.
And then that same list of bills, if you guys are done with that one, page 8, tree trimming on the avenue electric line. Did they find?
Same.
Yep, and
Oh,
that
there it is.
same package on page 8
Yes.
in Norman's Electric. They found some lines or some trees that were up in the lines again.
I think that it wasn't on the main line, it was on some of the service.
Some of the service lines.
Oh,
That was part of that situation that you were running into, but it ended up that wasn't the issue. The issue was down at not the substation, but the transformer by the fertilizer plant had a phase that was bulky. And so when you guys kicked your motors on, it dropped your power down. And that's what was causing your power down.
Electricity is back feeding from the avenue.
Because there was an
Whatever.
open,
Yes, however,
there's an open contact, and that's being fixed with you guys getting your new
because there's
facilities
actually
on
a
there.
transformer up on the way Jerry described it, transformer, was it on the avenue or something that was actually out, but they didn't know it was out till they figured out
Right,
it was back feeding.
and that was causing your disturbance
okay.
up there. Because it didn't make any sense, and it didn't go any further. That's why we were looking very local at what was going on.
Okay.
But it was being
Yeah,
affected down there.
Yeah,
That's why when we turn on our big motors,
okay.
So the transformer goes out though,
It dropped the phase.
It dropped the phase, it didn't completely fry, and it didn't open the circuit
Oh.
completely, so that's
So
why
it
it
was
didn't
still-
know that it was
It'll still
out.
making contact,
Right.
but not full.
Not fully.
But part of the phases were flowing through the transformers down at the fertilizer plant.
I was gonna say, when the transformer's out, it's out.
This one was closed, but it was burnt out, just never blew the fuse, or whatever. I'm not the electrician, I know what Gary told me.
Nothing else to take a motion.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Hansi, seconded by Mr. Colvinson. Any other questions or comments? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Number 7, public hearing. There is none this evening. Number 8, general business. 8A, review of report from Mike Bubani of David Drown Associates regarding the opportunity to refinance 2009 improvement bond issue. The call date on this bond is 2/1/17, but an advanced refunding option, crossover refunding, is also an option. Bubani's report details the potential risk involved and the ability to mitigate that risk with a triggering resolution detailing the minimum savings target prior to a bond purchase agreement. See staff reports and their Bubani.
Your Honor and Counsel, normally I don't even look much into these. Usually you're saving about 20 grand, maybe 50 grand, and you're basically just helping your bond guys make money by churning bonds. That's not the case here, though. As you can see, the savings of $200 to $260 some odd thousand can be expected with a early sale. There is risk. Part of the risk is if we don't do it and rates go up between now and February of 2017, it could make it so that reselling them at that point doesn't make any sense. Rates could go down, in which case we could actually make more money, save more money. But Mike feels, and I would concur, that rates are about as low as you're gonna get. I think we're down there 2.7. Yeah, 2.5. The chances of them going down from there is pretty limited. So the potential, really, the risk potential, we think is stronger that rates will go up between now and February 1st. We can certainly just stay the course. We could go through the rating and then the scenarios that we've described don't exist anymore, because it's going to take about a month to do the bond rating and get all the legal stuff put together in order to do the sale, at which time the rates could move and could make it so that it's untenable to do it. In which case we'd be out $10,000 to S&P. They would request their money. David Drown wouldn't, nor would our bond counsel wouldn't request any money unless we actually sell the bonds. So, again, this is sort of a perfect storm of interest rates and early refinancing and things of that nature. That's why we're bringing it to you as an opportunity for us, if the council's willing to sign the triggering resolution, so we can go forward and get it prepped, and then if everything is in line where we can have those savings, we would then execute the sale. What we wouldn't want to do is to have to bring it back to council and then have another vote. That, again, is the reason we want the triggered resolution, because when the rates hit just right, we want to be able to act on them. Yes?
Now, the interest rates, they're expected to go up, but the bond rates, when the interest rates go up, don't the bond rates go down?
They're not going to go down any further than they are right now.
So this is the 2.5, 2.7, that's the bond rate now?
Correct. No, that was what the new one would be. Right now, if you look on the last page of his, under total refunded debt service,